moving through 3 planes of motion to move the spine from a tabletop position or from a kneeling position. So often we want to warm up the spine across all 3 planes of motion before we start getting into more advanced poses in our yoga classes. There's a lot of options to do that. This is going to show you how you might want to do that from a kneeling position. So when we're in tabletop, we want those palms right into the shoulders and our knees lined up under the hips with the feet lined up right behind the knees so I can't see my toes touching. They're hidden behind my thighs. And the most wonderful stretch to get from here is our cat-cow. I do it in almost every class, and it is warming up our spine in the sagittal plane. So the sagittal plane cuts us from front to back, like there's a plane running here, and when we move on that plane, we're getting this, this spine moving front and back. So I love in cat-cow to drop the tailbone, let that wave of motion all the way through the crown of the head, and then to curl it and press back. So I can move my spine on that sagittal plane. Now if I want to get a little motion on my frontal plane, that plane would cut me my front and back side, then I want to get these side bends. And from our tabletop, we can do that by wagging our tail a little bit. So I can bring my hips over to the right and kind of gaze over to my left, and then I can take it the other way. So I'm dropping my hips in one direction and curling over the other direction, trying to keep that spine nice and straight. So we have our cat-cow for the frontal plane, and we have our little wagging the tail here for our, for our frontal plane. Our cat-cow is for our sagittal plane. And then another way you can do both of those is to imagine that there's a big cylinder or barrel around your body, and you can take some circles here as if you're scraping the inside of the barrel. And that's a way to get both our side-to-side stretches and our forward and back stretches. Let's see if I can do it right. This is our frontal plane when we're going side to side, and our sagittal plane forward and back. So this pose will stretch both of those planes for your spine. And then finally, how do we get some twisting or transverse plane? The easiest way from hands and knees is to take that thread and needle pose. So you can center one of your hands, open up. Here I'm getting some twisting, and then threading the needle, palm facing up, coming under the opposite arm, weaving that through. This twist is higher in my back. It's almost in my shoulders or kind of the upper torso. So again, I'm opening, I'm getting some twisting, and then I'm threading the needle. Sometimes as a warm-up, it's nice to kind of tap the shoulder down and get that transverse motion, that twisting motion through the spine. All right, so that's how you can target 3 planes of motion in the spine from a kneeling position.